And we want to get right over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb, but first we do have a look outside.
Yeah, this is a look outside, Faith, right over Georgia Tech in Midtown, where you can see there's been a good bit of rain already falling. The storm's far from over. We have team coverage tracking that severe weather. So again, let's check in with our Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb with that weather impact alert.
And we've been watching these storms, tracking them for you on 11 Alive with the tornado warnings. We've been streaming all afternoon on 11 Alive Plus. Now, as we join you at 4 o'clock, we still have these showers and storms. These are moving through the city of Atlanta right now. The heaviest rain just moved through Atlanta, and it's now pushing into parts of DeKalb County. We'll take a closer look at the city in just a moment. But first, I want to take you down to the south, because these are the areas on the south side where we have had the strongest storms. And we still have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 4:15 in this yellow polygon right here. That is for Clayton, Henry, and Spalding County. These storms have been on the south side here, about to cross over 75 near McDonough, where we have some heavy rain, thunder, and lightning. We have had some sporadic reports of mainly small hail. This system also has had a history of producing some rotation within some of those storms. The newest warning we have is just to the south of that for Lamar, Pike, the southern parts of Spalding County, and the northern parts of Upson County. This warning is going to be in effect until 4:30. Also watching this line of storms coming through those areas with those strong winds and all of the heavy rain pushing through as well. You can see the motion of this as this was out in West Georgia. We had numerous tornado warnings. We had 2 in Carroll County. We had additional tornado warnings as well through parts of Coweta County approaching Fayette County. Now, we haven't seen as much rotation with this as it continues moving to the east. So far, 2 severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect. Now, closer to the city, you can see this heavier rain now pushing into DeKalb County. On the north side, yes, you have rain, you have some lightning around, but your severe threat is much lower because of the cooler temperatures that we have north of I-20. Right now, most of the action is generally south of I-20 as all this continues to push on over to the east of us. There is a severe thunderstorm watch that is in effect for areas on the south side. That is going to be in effect here until we get to around the midnight hour. Once this gets through, nothing else is really going to be moving through. Here is that watch. Areas south of I-20, that'll be in effect until 9 o'clock, but I really think they'll start taking some of these counties away before we get to that 9 o'clock expiration time. Galat Malamed is in our 11 Alive weather impact tracker right now. Galat, you were on 85 in Coweta County when one of those warnings was issued. We even had to tell you guys to take cover for a bit. Tell me what you guys experienced down there.
Yeah, we did take cover. We were in Newnan when that happened, and even a few moments before you told us to take cover, we were actually parked at a gas station. I was inside the weather impact tracker, but that rain was so powerful that my back actually got wet when the door behind me opened. Things right now, though, are much calmer. This is a look at the roads where we are. We were just passing over I-85. We're a little bit east of it now, still in Coweta County on Sharpsburg-McCollum Road. And you could see that the rain has actually almost stopped now, believe it or not. So less than an hour ago was when we were getting battered with that rain in that area where we did have to take cover. And now the traffic is moving smoothly. There is much lighter rain than earlier, but things have been changing fairly quickly with the rain when we've been driving around here in terms of how heavy it's been. So we will continue to be out on the roads all evening, keeping you updated. Chris.
Hey, Galat, before you go there, I want to ask you a quick question. We had noticed on our rotation tracker and shear tracker earlier that there was some rotation in that area where you are right now. Have you been able to find any damage there in the McCollum area?
Yeah, we haven't so far. We actually drove on this road westward, so we passed over 85 heading towards Highway 29, and we did pass that as well, looking out for damage on Sharpsburg-McCollum Road. So far, we have not found anything here.
All right, thank you so much for that report, Galat. Of course, we are continuing to watch this line of storms move in. There are a lot of weather dynamics in association with this, and the one thing that is impacting what's happening on the north side is the fact that we have a cool pool of air on the north side, and there is that level 1 risk for some storms still possible there. But what's happening is those storms are weakening as they move into that cooler air in northeast Georgia. And that's why areas on the south side are still favored for some of those stronger storms. Stay with us. We're still watching these storms as they move through. We're going to have a lot more on this for you coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Chris, we will see you then. Thank you so much. And you can keep track of tonight's storms on 11 Alive Plus. Our weather team and our weather impact team will be live at the top and bottom of each hour, and if needed, continuous until the threat of severe weather has passed.